Ooh, and a nice hit right there. He's back. Fish on. Fish on, baby. Feels nice. That feels like a real nice fish. Oh, right there. Nice rainbow. Woo-hoo! On the Go Fish Cam. Took me a while to get him in the boat. Look at that beautiful rainbow right there. Man, that is a dandy fish. We'll get him back in the water and we'll get back to fishing. Diamondbacks, sidewinders, fisheye dodgers, and fisheye pros with the patented moon crackle tape. FHS Dodgers flat out perform. Get yours now at fishhuntshoot.com. Howdy folks, Kel Kellogg here. I've had a lot of requests for basic trout fishing information, so I'm going to go through with you one of the most effective trolling offerings you can run, whether you're fishing, down in the valley, in the foothills, up in the mountains, whatever. I'm going to show you a real simple way to rig up a flasher and worm. I just got one of my regular trout rods here. My main line comes down to a trolling swivel, a ball bearing swivel. That prevents line twist. Right here I have one of my turbo flashers. This could be a set of metal flashers, whatever. I like these turbo flashers. They're very stealthy. They put out a ton of flash and vibration. They're very effective. You can see me catching fish on a number of my videos here on the channel. They flat out fish. Anyway, mainline, flasher, fluorocarbon leader. I'm using a leader that's about 22 inches long today because I'm using that small flasher. If I were using larger flashers, I might use a little bit shorter leader if I was using traditional metal flashers. This is 8-pound test fluorocarbon leader material, and I have it tipped with a number 2 slow death hook, and we are going to thread a worm on this hook. So let me grab the worms, just kind of put that in the water out of the way for now. Going to need 2 things to thread a worm. One is your worm threader, hollow tube of wire, hollow wire in a wooden handle. Grab your worms. You always want your worms in a cooler. I got some of those fake ice packs in there. Keeps them cool, keeps them alive, keeps them in good condition. And you want a nice firm worm for this kind of work. So here's my crawlers. There's one right up top, right there. I'm going to take it. He's almost a perfect length right there, but he's about 2 1/4 inches long. So I'm going to snap off of the tail end just maybe a 1/2 inch or so. I'm going to take my threader. I'm going to insert it on that torn end. I'm going to slide it up and I'm going to bring it right out, right through the worm's head, just like that. Now, that worm's going to stay on there for a second. Put the worms away. Don't forget them in the sun. All your worms will die. And they just don't work as well when they're dead and they're soft. So, grab your hook. There we go, right here. really simple with these slow death hooks. You want your worm to roll through the water, and back in the day when we used to use just a traditional hook, you know, it took a little practice and a little tweaking to get the worm to roll right. With these slow death hooks that have the uniquely bent shank, it's a whole lot simpler. So take your hook, put the point in that hollow tube there that is the worm threader, and that's pretty good for me. I only missed it 3 or 4 times. Not bad for an old blind guy. So just take that worm, slide him up over the bend of the hook, feed him around all the way around, and you want that worm to go over the eye of the hook. And once you get to that point, grab the shank of the hook or the bend, pull it out of the threader, put your threader away, and make sure it doesn't fall out of the boat or kayak. Happens to me all the time. And that's about it. That's going to rotate perfectly. You're going to troll that anywhere from 1 to about 1.8 miles an hour. If you're using a downrigger, you're often going to see a lot of biting before you actually hook the fish. Let them have it for a second, and then maybe speed up if you're in a power boat. You know, hit the throttle a little bit, or if you're in a kayak, get on the pedals a little bit and actively try to hook that fish, you know, from the clip when he's biting on, he's kind of harassing that worm, because it's real meat. They're going to try to work on it sometimes, especially if the bite is a little bit slow. But that worm and flasher combo, it will catch trout at any lake, all across the country, any day of the year. It's just a top offering. It isn't real glitzy. It isn't glamorous. It flat out works. You could pull it off lead cord. You can pull it off a downrigger. Doesn't matter. Put it in front of the fish. If you've got an idea what depth the fish are at, here today, my fish are between 25 and 30 feet. You want to be running that worm, you know, 6, 8, 10 feet above them, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm running this worm at 20 feet, 22 feet, a lot of the time out here, over fish that are holding anywhere from 25 to 30 feet deep, and they've got no problem coming up, playing with that worm, messing around with it till they get hooked. And as the morning goes on here, they actually seem to be getting a little more aggressive. So I'm going to get it back in the water and get on with the troll. But that is a rig you can count on to produce fish anywhere, anytime. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off. If you like this content, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification button. You'll always know when I'm on here talking trout fishing. And if you're looking for trout fishing gear, including my rods, turbo flashers, and more, go to fishhuntshoot.com. Great gear at a fair price. The same stuff you see me catching fish with right here on the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. I am Kel Kellogg. I'm out of here for now. I'm going to get my troll on and get another trout on the end of this line. Performance, economy, and rugged dependability. That's what my 7-foot 6-inch trout and salmon rods are all about. To get yours, go to the Fish Hunt Shoot Productions store at fishhuntshootproductions.com.